皆さん、お帰りなさい。こちらは西英同盟の物語ボックスです。今回のビデオで、あの、電車の、モデル電車のエクスポジションを行きました。And for this exposition, which was free, it was not a large exposition, it was only a small one. And there were 10 or 11 exhibitions only, which were very nice. But there was one absolute gem of an exhibition, which I will speak to you about a little bit later. So the first picture we have here is the LNER. It's a green 460 train coming from the United Kingdom in this beautiful green livery. It's very nice. And they had several different types. They had some very, very small, round, sort of tabletop coffee table size miniature sets as well. And then they had some lot larger ones, different scales. They had everything from the N scales up until Z scales, like 3 millimeters or so, which was nice. Again, lots of these ones had sort of different ranges from different varieties of sceneries, whether from early steam engines through to diesel, electric, Shinkansen, things like that. When we came in, one of the exhibitors said to us that if you go around the corner on the right, there is the first train to have entered Holland. And we thought, ooh, we have to have a look at that. So we decided to go and have a look, and yes, lo and behold, it was really quite an interesting exhibition. So we'll get straight onto that one after we've gone through, as you can see, some of these pictures showing some of the other exhibitions, which were all again very, very nice. And back onto the LNER again. And then a very, very old one, which you can see here, which looks poorly painted, but is not. It's kind of a vintage N gauge system, which is it was very nice, very nice, very simple, but very pleasant. And then we get on to this one. Now, this one we're going to spend a bit more time on. This picture is the first train which went from Paris to Strasbourg, I believe. And it was the first Dutch train, or first train in Holland, not the first Dutch train. And this is hand built. The gentleman who was building this train has been building it for 40 years. それ40年だよ. 40 years he was building this. And it's a working model. It's fully traverses left and right, and it moves backwards and forwards beautifully. But as you can see, it has not been painted completely. And he had to go to the National Museum to see the original one. And I'll put up a photograph of that if I haven't done so already, so you can see the original one and how close he is. Beautiful, all handmade over 40 years. Then he had another one, which was this green and black livery. This is a 060, which was just sort of more of a small tending kind of train, not a long distance train, as you can see, because there's no jockey wheels at the front or back. And this was all illuminated, so inside the carriages the lights came on, etc., etc. And there's a video of that in a minute. This is all from the same guy. He had 3 different trains. Again, this one is quite an old variety. And then we get on to this black one here. Now this black one, as you can see, it looks quite old, and it is quite an old one. this is 1935. And this is not electric. This is a wind up. There's a small key which you put in between the two wheels, and there's a slight area you can see which you put the key in and you wind it up, and then you let it go, and it goes forwards, and it gets to the end. You turn a switch and then it reverses, and you turn a switch and it goes forward again, all using a mechanical key to like a clock, like one of those old clocks. So that was really nice. So we got to see that. He did use it, and he did show it being run. I did try to take a video, but it was all you can see is this 75-year-old man running along next to the train to stop it from smashing into the end. So I had to see running, stop, turn, and so it wasn't a very good video, and I didn't think you would like it. And in the background, you can see the green and red electrical one in the background. And here is the video. As you can see, it's beautifully animated. Sound, the sound. And then after that, we went on to some of the larger N gauges again. Very large exposition presentations. Some of these were of coal mines, and some of these had giant turntables, again in N gauge. So these things are pretty big. And then we've got some other ones, sort of a mixture of modern electric and steam. And this one here is the original Breda train station, which was made out of wood, completely made out of wood. In the event that a country was to attack Holland, then they could burn all of the train stations, so making them useless for the attacking forces, so like the Germans or any of the French or something like that. Again, most of these are sort of self-explanatory, as you can see. Again, some smaller gauges. There's some Z gauges in here, and there's this one here which looks like the Botjan. It's a small city grade steam train, which is very short, designed for city use, very much like the Japanese Botjans. A couple of high-speed shots which didn't come off very well. Again, excellent detail, things like that. So yes. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short but relatively interesting little video. And as always, 今度のビデオも皆さんよろしくお願いします。